is dedicated to any and everybody that's ever been in love with somebody trifling before. Listen, put your hand together, double, yeah. Put your hand together, oh, y'all gotta help me sing. Listen.
Grammy-nominated artist. My favorite part of this whole intro is the fact that you are from Chicago, Illinois, because guess what? I was born in Illinois, right outside of St. Louis. So you know what that means?
Alton area, somewhere around.
Actually, Belleville, East St. Louis, which is the gutter. You know what I mean?
Actually the Alton area.
So that means that we get one up for the Midwest, right? One up. We could
Get two up for them.
Now everybody knows who you are. We're all familiar with your music. You have a very distinct sound, which is why the masses come out to see you. You know, Summer Rain is one of my favorite hits, but you're also known for doing powerful duets with the likes of A. Marie, Shaka Khan, the great Gerald Levert. I'm curious, being that we are from the Midwest, one up, or no, we said two up, right, for the Midwest. Who shaped Carl Thomas's? Who influenced Carl Thomas's music coming up?
Well, honestly, I was born in the 70s and raised in the 80s, so, I would say my biggest influence of music came from, just the MTV revolution. It was, for me, the most melodic, or one of the most melodic times in music, and me being a product of public housing, it really helped me think outside of the box. It really helped me realize that there are different things outside of my own environment. So
now we all see where you are now. I mean, we all know your hits, but when you first came out, I did my research. You were with a group called Formula, and then you branched out and did your own solo act. And I read somewhere that you actually started performing in showcases, just like Vermont and Friends showcase tonight, and like open mic nights and things of that nature. Tell us about your journey.
And the groundwork that really helped shape and form my artistry live on stage, because it was just my testing ground. It was just very important to the development and how I respond to a crowd, how a crowd responds to me, all these things, So I just definitely, I would definitely, recommend just that stage of artistry to any artist, no matter what instrument you play or no matter what your craft is. It's just a very, very, very important part of the process.
And that's the thing, it's a craft, so you need to go out there and test the waters and work on it. Well, we all know your success, from Bad Boy to Bungalow Records, 4 albums later. I literally say I'm sitting with a legend, and I mean that in more ways than one. More ways than one. Number one, you do more than music, because you were here actually in town for a fundraiser.
Yeah, I was actually here for a charity foundation, and anytime I can do something positively reflective, I believe that my blessings, come back in a lot of different ways. So, it's just really to help me fortify and build up my foundation,
And that's just one of the many reasons why I figured that you're going to be a legend, because you've worked with some. You've worked with Shaka Khan, like I said, the late Gerald Levert, and we all know Biggie Smalls. I mean, come on now. That's like, you really can't. First of all, Biggie Smalls is the illest, and I quote, so you can't get any higher than that. Now, working with these artists, I mean, when you're in the studio, when you're being creative, what is it that you take from them, or what was their inspiration to you?
Well, you got to understand, when you're young in the business, you don't really see it the way everybody else sees it, Bad Boy, was a wonderful situation, and we were just a bunch of talented kids, just looking for Puff to make us over, and show us how to be a star. And you really don't look at it like that. You just kind of see it as having fun, So and that's just really what it was.
Especially at that time, because you guys were really a big part of that whole Bad Boy movement. That's why I said legend. Now, I want to know, who is it that you bump to? Like when you're getting ready to come out, when you're getting ready to do your thing, when you want to listen to your good music, when you want to go to your special place, who is it that Carl Thomas puts in his iPod or CD player?
Well, when I'm going out on the town, my night definitely has to start with Frank Sinatra. You know what I mean? Frank Sinatra was the master of what I call masculine glam. You know, he was glamorous in an extremely masculine manner. You know what I mean? I just really liked that. It was really cool. His music is, you know, very far-reaching. You know, I love getting into Stevie Wonder's mind. I love Marvin Gaye's orchestrations. You know, a lot of people give Marvin credit for being the vocalist that he was, but not a lot of people give Marvin Gaye credit for the musician and the compositions that he wrote. And you know, he was just extremely talented in a lot of different directions. And I appreciate taking all that in, you know, before I'm going to face people. You know what I mean? I kind of digest a little bit of that.
And I think that, you know, with who you mentioned thus far, I mean, I always say there's always a common denominator. You know, there's always a common denominator. And for you, you know, it's passionate. I would just say Emotional, seriously, is like the best breakup song. Like, seriously. That is the breakup song of the year. But how important is it for you to portray that passion in your art?
Well, it's a lot easier for women to break up with men than it is for men to break up with women. Men, they feel obligated in a lot of ways. They make themselves feel that way. And a lot of times, you know, when a woman is fed up, you know, it's very easy for her to let go. But when a man is fed up, you know, it's definitely a different process. So, because I know, you know, it's easy for me. You know, when I reach that level, you know, I'm definitely out of there, and you know, I don't really look back. Now, maybe that's a mistake because maybe sometimes I should look back. Maybe sometimes I should give it another chance. But you know,
I mean, after the performance tonight, and I know I speak for 1,001 people, especially a lot of people here, we are going to need our Carl Thomas fix. Like, seriously. I mean, there's 1,000,001 people that we can listen to. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. You know the word. You know the song. I don't even have to go there. You know the song.
I wrote that record in the 10th grade. You know. Yeah, it actually wasn't a song. It was actually a poem. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just a 15-year-old kid with too much time on my hands.
Well, but tell me about that. I mean, since we brought it up, how was it working with Too Short and Biggie? I mean, that must have been crazy. Like, that must have been crazy.
Really, I mean, I didn't really see it like that at the time. You know, like I said, when I was a younger artist, you know, I was extremely cocky. So I didn't really look at it like that. So I really looked at being in those sessions as the place that I was supposed to be, you know. But, you know, I definitely enjoy hearing your take on it.
Hey, you heard it, exclusive, of course. But like I said, we want our Carl Thomas fix. What do you have in the future? I know you just did an LP with Trey songs, but where can we get our Carl Thomas? What are you doing? What you got going on?
There is congratulations to Trey Songz, by the way. It's, you know, my little brother, and he's having absolutely he's you know, he is definitely coming into his own, and he has, you know, so much further to go, and that's the encouraging thing because he's gonna fulfill all of that. He's gonna accomplish all of that. But there's a new album that'll be in the stores in November, hopefully. You know, if I can make the quota. So I'm just really excited about that. You know, it's a different day, and I'm ready for it. You know.
So all of you ladies and gentlemen out there, we are going to get our Carl Thomas fix. That was just, I wanted to get to the end of that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get to that point. Again, thank you so much for sitting down. It's an honor for me to sit here and interview you because, like, lots of your songs are my theme songs for real. Like, lots of them. I Wish, Emotional, Summer Rain, of course the Biggie song because I'm a huge Biggie. Even to Nori. Like, even that.
My life, yeah.
Now, would I be wrong or remiss if I asked you to do a little something from those eras? Could you go out with a little something?
Of my life, I'm not gonna say that. Live my whole life, I sacrifice this game we play. I live and pray, happy or sad. I love my life. And you know Nas wrote that, you know what I'm saying? So big up to Esco.
Escobar. And again, Escobar, thank you for sitting down. We got not only did we get an exclusive, we got some future projects, and we got a little snippet of his hit with Nori. So again, I'm always bringing you the exclusive. It's an honor, Carl Thomas. Isn't it?
Thank you. Hey, what's happening? It's your man Carl Thomas, and we're rolling with Fox backstage Japan. Please believe it. Keep it right here, locked.